So at Western, I'm over recruiting here for the company. I think my official title is recruiting and employment specialist. And basically, what my responsibility is to find the top talented people for the organization, primarily in the areas of our project managers, our superintendents, warehouse, and every position at the home office too. So, at the branch administrators, and then anything that encompasses the home office. I also am the lead for the internship program, which is what our goal is to bring people that are coming typically out of some type of college or university, and they are going to be pairing up with branches to learn what it is that we do, and they can take that knowledge, with them, hopefully into Western. But it's something that they can have that they can apply, with their degree, just kind of hands on too. And so our goal is to train up various interns at the branch level and make them assets for Western. And it really just kind of helps as a recurring or just kind of internal pipeline. It had to be my time at Blank Canvas Studios, which is Resources for Human Development. Blank Canvas Studios. Basically, it is a organization that aids developmentally disabled adults, and it teaches them everything about the arts, the fine arts, right? So drawing, painting, music, acting, and everything like that. So we work with them. We expose them to fun stuff. I taught some drummers there, some cool things. But yeah, we recorded whole albums. It was fun. But they also needed assistance in just kind of like day-to-day living, things that we may take for granted, like even like tying shoes, making lunches, whatever the case may be. So it was a humbling experience for me, but it also was something I was able to take really good pride in, being able to assist someone. That would be probably the one spot where I really found my love for working just with people, and working with any type of person, finding common ground there and having a love for it. Miss Jillian Chu, now Lee, she's one of the business development managers here, and she called me and basically said, "Hey, bro, I know you're looking, and I know that we have a recruiting spot open here." So it was something that I looked into. I had never heard of Westem before. It's a massive company that I'm like, it's the biggest company that no one's ever heard of. And I said, well, now I have to find out who they are. And I went to the website, blown away. I'm like, wow, you're everywhere. And I thought I knew, pretty much every construction company, at least around here. So one thing led to another. I applied and they liked me. I liked them, and I'm here. My favorite project so far, it would probably be, and this was, I would say it was a collaborative project for the entire human resources department, but putting together United Way Week. I think that was just fulfilling for me on, another level. There's different motivators, and, one of my motivators is just helping people for the sake of helping them. And, when we had, the United Way speakers come in, I had never even heard of United Way. I know, slap on the wrist, right? But I'd never even heard of them. And so when I was kind of gripped up with what it was about. And so it was fun kind of putting those activities together, getting everybody to rally around it, and knowing that, we were really helping people out. So if that counts as a project. 3 words. Fun. And it's just in its simplest form. You can have fun with the people that you're with. Family and consistency. It would have to be the the love the Bishop family has for its people. And I've only been here 1 year, and I feel like I'm pretty good at reading people. And after just 1 year of just kind of sitting back and observing, not like a creepy way, but just kind of like observing, the organization and getting a chance to not only interact with Ben Singer, but Butch and Mike, uh, they truly do care about the people in their organization. And, nothing anywhere is perfect, but when you see a group of people, a group of owners that are always striving to, what can we always do to make the situation or to make the work experience for our people constantly better. Like it's never like we're here, we're done, and that's it. But they're always perfecting, always looking for, new and always wanting to, kind of, stay ahead of the curve when it comes to their people. So if I had to choose a theme, it would probably be that they dig their people. Yeah. Tom Brooks. It has to be Tom Brooks. He does a fantastic job at his job. I would switch my job with him partly because I love what he does. He's a very hands-on type of COO, right? I've dealt with C-suite people, like I've recruited some of them, and they're usually standoffish, kind of in the office, sending emails out to the, whoever. But I am a professional people person, okay? And I believe that means being hands-on, being in the nitty-gritty with your people, always having a pulse on what's going on, not like a hovering or micromanaging type of thing, but it more so just always knowing the pulse of your people. And what better way to know that than to be involved with them, not just through email, not that you through phone call, but let them know you're there, let them feel your presence. And, yeah. So, and I bet his salary is better than mine. So that probably helped too. Proudest moment so far, it would have to be, I would say my first hire here. Yeah. It'd probably have to be my first hire here and that I was able to bring in because I think it showed that it was for the first time for me, the first time that I knew like I was starting to get a grasp on what this industry really was. And let me say what this niche was, this niche of construction, because I've been recruiting construction, primarily GCs, all GCs, architects, engineers, whatever. But, really understanding, masonry restoration, waterproofing, concrete restoration, all of that stuff was something that I knew I had to really apply myself to really get a grasp on. Because if you don't understand it, you can't recruit it, and people are going to be talking at you, and you're not going to know, and they're going to know that you don't know, and that's super embarrassing for a recruiter. So I wanted to make sure that I understood that. And when I did get my first hire, it was actually in Dallas, I believe, superintendent position. Yeah, that was my first kind of unassisted, training wheels off kind of thing. So that was good. It was fun. Yeah. Oh man. So my wish list over the next 10 years. First of all, the company's going to look pretty different over the next 10 years. And I plan to be here. I plan to be, in a leadership role. I'm already a leader, but, kind of in a leadership role in the company where I'm able to, influence kind of the direction of at least where the HR or recruiting department, is going and how that overall, affects the organization. So I would just say my wish list is to continue to grow. I know that sounds pretty generic, but grow in the sense of like strategically adding and retaining top talented people, for the organization. It's super competitive. So companies are are now and going to continue to have to pull out all the stops to show that they're willing to go above and beyond for their people, because the market is, they're vicious right now. So you want to take care of them, and that's my top wish, is just to be a strategic leader at the organization. That's actually pretty easy because I have the job of being able to kind of, when I walk away, I can leave it here. I don't have to take it home with me or anything like that, unless I choose to, which, I'm glad I have the choice. I haven't always had the choice in recruiting. So I can leave it there, and, family time is family time, work time is work time, and, never the twain shall meet. Yeah. I would just say that know the kind of organization that you're coming into. Know that it's an organization that is, once you're in, that you are going to be treated as a part of the fold. You're going to be expected to work hard. You're going to be expected to contribute your ideas. The people that I recruit, I tell them, I don't want to recruit order takers. I want people that are going to be collaborative. And, you're coming into the branch level or here at the home office, we're coming because we like what you bring to the table, So if we're going to give you a seat at the table, we expect you to speak up, I don't like bringing people to the table that don't want to have their voice heard, So make some noise, scoot your elbows out, and, be ready to work. It's been pretty big for me because previously, like I stated, I worked for a recruiting firm, and this recruiting firm, the structure of it was outside customers would come to us and say, "Hey, we need help recruiting XYZ," and we would find them something. Now I'm an in-house recruiter where I work purely for Western, and I have those recruiting firms calling me saying, "Hey, do you need help with XYZ?" So as it pertains to development, I've had to learn new skills and just overall communication with my managers and even with the candidates in the pipeline through the various portions of the interviewing process. I learned a lot from the recruiting firm, but I can definitely say if it had not been for what I did at the firm, I would not be prepared for where I am today. So now it's the next level of being involved in just kind of what the overall outlook for the organization is over the next 5 years, 10 years. So I have to be invested in that. Previously, it was hire them, one and done, and you're out. Didn't have to, get your hands dirty. So it's fun. Yeah. Just learning more so how various departments work and affect other departments, and just kind of knowing that, I have a lot of ideas and there's a lot of things that I want to do and get done. And I don't know, call me a millennial, but I just want everything now and I just want to do it now. But I'm learning that, things come in order, be patient, and things take time. And there's layers that needs to be gone through. And, being able to show that value to who needs to see it in order for things to get done, because people will give you the yes if it makes sense. So it's really just learning how to articulate what it is that I feel will be of value to the organization, and then just walking that process through. I don't want to sound redundant, but I like the people. I do. I like the people. The personalities, man, it's a lot of different personalities, and I love it. I love it all. I know who my managers are at every branch, and even some of the personalities inside that branch, and knowing how my personality interacts with theirs, but how it all works together. And, like I said, people in general. It's just what makes me tick. It's what intrigues me. So, yeah. That's cool. So what drew me originally was the fact that I didn't know that so much work was going on nationally and kind of where the footprint was. It's like Western is like this quiet storm of awesomeness or excellence, whatever word you want to use. And I love longevity. Like I said, consistency. I love consistency. And there's a lot of organizations that don't stand the test of time. That speaks volumes in my head, you know. I don't know necessarily what's changed over time outside of the fact that I think I've changed, you know, in adapting to, you know, my role here. I was always a recruiter, kind of a rogue recruiter. You know, now I'm a recruiter in the capacity of human resources, you know, so I'm working with multiple people and tons of wealth of information. And, you know, I've had to change and mature, you know, a lot. And I think I'm honored to have the responsibility. So I've gained a lot more maturity. I've gained a lot more responsibility, and I've gained, I believe, just really an overall love for what I do. I mean, I fell in love with recruiting again. I was never out of love with it, but I moved on to like the sales portion of recruiting. And I fell in love with just kind of being able to sit down, you know, at a computer and really just open up and have conversations with people. And I think that's what really, you know, that was good. I kind of gotten away from it because I moved on, but it's good. I love these. I made some great connections with the candidates that are going to be long term. So.